Hey,
Wow, that was
hey.
amazing. Hey everyone, how are
How
you
are
guys?
you? Welcome to
Oh,
another Deadly Updates.
Hello, hello.
hello.
Are you excited? I'm excited. Um, how's everyone? How's everyone doing?
I'm fine. Very excited
Good,
for the
good.
format of the Deadly Updates. And happy to have Victor here and Emilio here as well, who we've had in a couple of Deadly Updates before as well. Jordy is here having a little technical problem. But
Oh no,
happy.
we're having a little problem with cameras, but
There
yeah,
it
Jordy's back.
is.
This sort of thing always happens on live, but don't worry, we're solving it right now. Thank you everyone who's already over there. Thank you so much for joining us. Who's over there already? Martin, Saik, Work Living, Carla, Moncho, Pedro. How are you? Thank you so much for coming. Have happy Friday, Deadly Friday. Yes, it is a Deadly Friday because today is Deadly Updates. We are having a lot of more information for you guys in what we have been working on. Well, not I personally, the team. The development team has been hard at work on this playtest. They have been trying out a bunch of stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of prototypes that they have been working on. They tell me it's called an empty room because it's literally empty. So you know it's in the name. And they have been trying out a lot of mechanics, a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So we're gonna see them right now. This is a very special behind the scenes look. Like not every game developer shows you this because this is really, the wires and all the gray stuff that's still not painted over. So it's not pretty. I'm sorry, it's not pretty, but it is super useful. So
Yes.
that's what we're gonna be seeing in a moment. Um, Andrea, how have you played the demos? What did you think? Just, as a teaser, just to see
As a
like a
teaser,
little bit. Yeah.
I thought they were very interesting. I was having actually a lot of fun with my boyfriend because he also played them with me, and we were very excited to see the different mechanics and how you have such a different feel also from each one of them. So I think
Mhm.
that'll be very fun to watch all together and show everyone how each aspect that the development team has been developing actually gives you a different vibe about the game in itself, but probably all of them together once the game evolves are going to combine those elements and give a very fun experience.
Yeah, yeah. I played. I didn't play all of. No, no. Wait, I did play all of them. Now that I think about it, but I played the. There's one where you launch your head. No, I
The
had a
fifth
lot of
one?
fun with that one. Yeah, like I played it twice because my girlfriend participated in the playtest, and she had fun as well. So yeah, you will be seeing them in a few moments personally, so you will be able to judge everything. And how are you, Victor and Emilio? Are you ready to show off your work?
Sure, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I know it's like a bit of a work in progress, what we're showing, and there's a lot more to come. We're really excited to show what we're working on right now, but we'll just go step by step. And I think it's all just gonna be fun, really, slowly revealing everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a lot of work, but honest work.
Yeah.
And how about you, Emilio? How did you feel building your playtest?
No, I really had a lot of fun doing these prototypes. Uh, yeah, it's been uh, a little bit tiring, but in the end, I think things are going well, and we're really starting to find something that we can call fun. So I'm really excited for that.
Cool, 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 cool. And
I
finally,
I
we
think I'm
have.
back. Oh my
Finally.
God. Can you hear
I
me?
think yes.
Jordi.
Yeah, we can
Oh
hear
my
you.
God.
And Jordi's back. Hello, Jordi. We
Ooh,
missed
hello,
you.
hello. Sorry for being late. Suddenly, like you start like the stream, and I couldn't listen to anybody. Like, what the hell? I just restarted the browser, and I just literally restarted everything. But good thing we're back.
It's
Let
working
me know.
now.
I think I'm sharing my screen now. Yeah,
Yep.
sorry
Okay.
for that, guys. Welcome.
Let's.
Well, you already did the introduction, I guess.
Yeah, we already talked a little bit about what we're gonna be doing right now and
Nice.
showing off. But you have the word.
All right.
Tell us everything, please.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna do a very quick recap on what happened in the past couple of months. I think it's important for us to give you, all a little bit of context before we move into these new prototypes that we've been exploring. So yeah, let me just dive right into it. In the past, we right now we've been in this discovery phase. We are trying to find the spark of the game, playing around with mechanics, so we can literally see which one is gonna be the final mechanic that is gonna stick into the end of the game. As you may all know from watching our previous streams, last year we ended up having like a prototype, and in this prototype we have a bunch of things. We have it was like a roguelike type of game. We did like a combat-based, mechanic system. We have 5 characters on screen all the time with all the 5 family members that you can switch. We have mechanics like dash, roll. We have light attacks per character, so every character has like different light attacks. Everybody has like different heavy attacks. We have the switch mechanic, so you can switch between characters. We have a procedural level generator. We have multiple special abilities per character. We have the bite, and it was a lot. I think, to be honest, this is us like trying to add features into the game, trying to make it more fun. But I think we had to do a reality check where we really find out that adding more features doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna make a funnier or better game, right? And starting this year, a new team member joined to the team, which his name is Kynan Pearson. For those who don't know him, he's an anonymous. He's such a great guy, and he has a lot of industry experience. He has worked for some of the biggest companies out there. He has worked for Nintendo and Microsoft as a game designer, level designer, creative director, you name it. He has worked for some of the biggest titles, such as like Donkey Kong Returns, Metroid Prime, Shadow of the Colossus Remaster, Halo, you name it. It's
I
amazing
like
the
all of
career that
those.
this guy.
That's amazing.
I also love all of those, and I love
All of
this guy
those
too.
are great games. So
They are
this is
extremely
great.
great games. So yeah,
Yeah.
he has a lot of experience, and right now he's helping us as a consultant and as an advisor. So having somebody like Kynan in our team is super great for us because he's helping us to see this project with a different perspective and basically preventing us to do a crappy game. So, Kynan, every week we have a couple of meetings with him, so we discuss about like game development. We show him some progress, and every time that we have a discussion with him, he's always referring back to the Nintendo philosophy, which is how a game that has simple mechanics can become like super deep and can become super addictive. And he's always going back to the same example of Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. Was a game that disrupted the game industry. It was like a game changer. If you strip down the main mechanics for Super Mario Bros. Was like Mario, the thing that you always do in the game is jumping, and the jump is the main mechanic, and in combination with the building block, which is these little cubes where you can arrange them and create multiple variations of levels, you can ended up having like a really nice and entertaining, fun game, right? So with this approach, we set up on a new sprint of doing like a new discovery round, and we set up like a plan of 2 months where we try to come up with ideas and hypotheses of new mechanics. This doesn't mean that we want to add like more mechanics to the already existing ones. It's basically us like trying to figure out which mechanic can be the unique mechanic that can sustain the entire game. And the plan was that we come up with a bunch of ideas. We do like hypothesis submission. We create like a scoring criteria, and then we the development team split into 4, so every developer can work on a different mechanic at a time, so we can build multiple mechanics at a time and prototypes at a time. And that's basically the recap of what happened the past couple of months. Before we start like sharing some of the prototypes that we created, I really want to add this slide is a very big warning. The following things that you're gonna see could be painful, but it is necessary because we literally go from this, which was the demo that we have last year, GDC, to this. And I know it's hard to see, it's painful. We already went through all of this.
Well, it reflects the struggle, the artist's struggle. I think it's beautiful.
It's a lot of struggle, but this was necessary because this was another like big discovery that we have with all these conversations with Kaizen, right? And our background as an animation studio, for us, is very natural to start like adding beautiful animations, beautiful characters, beautiful stories that have a lot of depth and visual effects and post-processing and sound, music, all of that. And that's basically what we did on the previous demo, right? So we added like a lot of characters, animations, stuff. And we did a quick exercise where we removed all the distractions in our prototype. So we basically remove all the characters, animations, and music, sound, everything. And we ended up having a demo with just cubes that was not fun at all. So that was a big discovery for us because the most important part of a game is the gameplay. It's not just the visuals, it's not just the music or the story behind, it's the gameplay. Because at the end of the day, the player is experiencing the game through gameplay, right? So what we did is remove all the mandates, basically all the distractions, and then that's why we're building this prototype with just cubes, because we first need to validate every single mechanic before we add more stuff, or before we add like animations, because we already know that we are very good at creating animations and characters and that stuff. But right now our main purpose is focusing on the main mechanics and really validate those before moving forward. So without further ado, I would love to invite Victor and Emilio to start sharing the screen, and then maybe we can see some of this very early prototypes that we did for new mechanics that we explore in the past couple of months.
Amazing. Moncho says sexy squares that we're gonna see.
Those are beautiful squares,
So
yeah.
A good way to say it.
We did our best to make them sexy, at least.
And they were accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Nice.
So here you are seeing the prototype now.
We are.
So I'll just go in the first mechanic. This is the head drone. Basically, well, there's a little illustration here telling you what to do. So I just press the X button. I control my head. So yeah, here we started to create like a series of rooms in which we could start to validate the mechanics. So this was really enlightening. Like we had this first room, and the goal was just to make the head throwing fun without the need of anything else, just throwing your head around. And then I start building. Once this was fun, creating a second room and see what problems arrived with that. Well, for example, here we noticed I just added this gap in the floor, and then I realized on the first iteration when you threw your head at the abyss, it just floated there. So we had to address that and basically make it so your head could fall down and restart the level, all of that.
Yep.
Otherwise, you would have just stayed there headless and stuck in
That
that level.
that was
Yeah.
the first iteration.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the plan was that first we create like the system. So okay, we had this idea of okay, what if you are a zombie and then you can throw your head. So we created like the systems. We created like this simple dummy character where you throw the head and add the physics and try to polish this enough so it feels good. And then the next approach was okay, let's do a level progression where we can explore this mechanic with multiple situations. And then the more that we created, the more rooms that we created, the more challenges that we encountered. And then that's why we start like, building levels or rooms at the same time as we were polishing the same mechanics. So as you can see here, Emilio already went to platform moving. But the first iteration was like the moving platform was pushing the character to the abyss, and then it falls down. So we need to fix that in order to do more stuff. But yeah, keep going, Emilio.
Yeah. Here we have some pressure plates.
What would you say that inspired this prototype? Like, I see the rooms and I think, oh, this is Zelda, like, would you say that was one of the inspirations?
I mean,
In a way.
Yeah, like there's a lot of puzzles in games, and
Yeah.
definitely Zelda is one of those games that obviously puts puzzles in your face all the time, and you gotta go through those puzzles in order to unlock the next area and whatnot. But many games do this, right? Portal is, for example, a game that has no combat at all, and it's just puzzles all the time, thinking with portals of how to get to the next place, right? So we kind of took that where you go into a room, kind of like the Portal formula. You go into a room, and the only thing that you gotta do in that room is go to the next one, right? How? Well, we just simply use that one mechanic that we're trying to showcase. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was more like trying to find like what things you can do with this mechanic. It's like, okay, you can trigger stuff, you can throw your head through gaps, you can one thing that you can see, I don't know if you can see here, but if you throw the head, the body runs faster because the head is the heaviest part of the body, so it makes sense for you to move faster. So that all of those in mind, we can start like creating this type of situations or puzzles and stuff, right? So then another mechanic that we had is like, okay, now you can call back your head. So you hold the button, the same button where you throw the head, and then you can call it back. So that gives us a lot of different ideas for other rooms and stuff like that.
Nice. And also something very important was how you start solving progressively, right? So maybe before, now you know how to throw the head, and now you know that if you throw it in the yellow area, you'll fall down. So it's like progressive learning as a user as you keep going, and I could feel that when I was going through this myself.
Yeah.
It was like, what's gonna come next? It's
Exactly.
Yeah.
Another thing that we did was each developer got the responsibility of building their own little ability or little like room puzzles, and so it was kind of like a competition of like who would make it the like most fun experience. And it wasn't really a competition because at the end we all pushed to the limit what we could do with said mechanic and ability, and at the end I think we all learned a lot about what we could do as developers and what we could do as a team, and that was a very fun experience. That was we definitely learned a lot, and we
Yep.
had a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely a lot of learning. Also, one thing that we tried in this room specifically is that before we just have like a one simple interaction per room, but here Emilio come up with this new layout where you need to do a couple of things before going to the next room. So I don't know if you can, viewers can guess what you need to do first, but maybe Emilio can walk us through.
Yeah.
Maybe someone in the chat can tell us, like,
Oh,
what do you think we should do? Like, try to solve this room, chat. What do you think we should be doing? Okay. One
that
thing,
one was pretty cool.
let's wait a little bit for them to answer. But one thing that I really love about this prototype is the way the zombie moves, like, like wobbly, like
Yep.
like shambling, like an actual zombie, but more cartoonish, I guess. So it was really fun to move around in it.
Yeah, that was also something that Emilio actually discovered when we remove all the animations. The cube that was left was just moving straight without any
Yeah.
acceleration, and it was like super boring. So Emilio come up with this solution of maybe the character can lean or tilt a little bit to each side while and having just a deceleration whenever he stops. So it feels more like a zombie moving rather than just a mechanical or human being moving.
Yeah, for sure. Like he really feels like a zombie, like he's shambling, like he's missing maybe a limb or two, and it's just trying his
Yeah.
best.
Yeah, he's not super precise, but he looks happy. A happy
Exactly.
little zombie cube.
Draco
There's a question.
Dracoman has a question. Is how far the head can be thrown? Also, the character cannot jump, right?
Yeah.
These are good questions. Yes, the character cannot jump at all. He can only throw his head. He can throw it pretty far, actually. We need a demonstration.
Really far.
Really fun.
Yeah, maybe you can
Yes.
try to go to maybe try to go across the gap to see if
Yeah,
you
he
can
ha-
reach out to the other place.
He has good, strong arms, so he can throw it really, really far.
He can also fall down.
I wonder. I wonder what the zombie sees as you throw his head.
All right.
That would be
Yeah,
so fun.
maybe you can try, Emilio, just throw the head to see
Yeah, just-
if you can reach
Let's
out to the other place. If it's too far or
Yes,
not, we'll
let's
see.
see. Okay,
No!
I think it can reach. It can reach. It's just a matter of
Aiming.
aiming right.
Yeah.
You can do it, Emilio.
Let's see. Let's
No
see.
pressure.
Okay.
Nice.
No
Okay, so the head
pressure.
goes to that way.
The head goes there.
And what is gonna happen? Oh, you're right, because you're attracting it.
Yeah, you can pull
Yeah,
it back,
yeah.
That's
and then you
smart.
can trigger the other stuff. So this was more like an interesting, situation where you need to think about how to solve this particular puzzle.
Yeah, because this is
Um,
multi-step. Like you have to think about many things at once.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, well, right now we're just spoiling how to solve it.
Yeah.
we have a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah.
You can just go. through it,
Yeah,
no
you have
worries.
been spoiled.
But yeah, these
Still,
are like the main
it requires
platforms.
some skill to throw the head and walk with the right timing.
Yeah, these are like other
solution.
questions that we have. Like how should we aim? Is it gonna be difficult for the people to aim? Emilio added like a soft lock to some of the elements. So if you throw, because you have a full reach of the head, so if you throw it to anywhere, like it reaches out like very far. But if you want to throw it to an object that is next to you, it out locks, and then the movement is just shorter. So it's easier for you to aim and stuff like that. But yeah. And I think the next room is you playing around with some interesting enemies, and maybe I'll let you explain, Emilio.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is one enemy that I did really quick, just thinking about what could you kill just by throwing your head. So this guy is like constantly getting near you and stomping the floor. So you need to, well, touch his weak point in the back. the thing is that it's not that simple.
Right, because he's chasing you, so
Yeah, so you kind of need to like, yeah, like go
I see.
around him.
Oh
Wait,
no, he got too close.
That's hard.
he can also get up and your head just
Oh
goes down
no,
him.
he can stomp on your head. That sounds
Oh,
painful.
yeah.
No, that's his superpower.
That's his attack. We don't want
But,
that.
oh,
Okay,
you did
kill
it.
it. Nice.
Well
Yeah.
done. Well done. You were not
Cool.
defeated by a cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a sexy cube.
The sexy
Yeah,
cube.
that was it. That was a really fun experience. All of these prototypes, we just test them, and when we try to went through a score criteria, if those prototypes were like intuitive, if were like memorable, if were the responsive, and if does it aligns with the zombie fulfillment? You know, throwing your head is very zombie thing. Not any human can do it, right? So yeah, that's really cool. Thank you, Emilio. Maybe we can go to the next one. I think the next one is Victor's prototype.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
We also thought about the stampede. We also thought about throwing other limbs, and like maybe you start throwing like your arms, your legs, and then you're just left with your head. We thought about a bunch of stuff, bunch of crazy mechanics, but I mean, I think the one that was the funniest is just you just throw your head, because it's the biggest thing on your body, or at least in your character's body, except for Hades, I guess. Hades is just
Yeah, I don't know how does that go. we
I don't know what
answered
is
that
Hades,
question.
but yeah, it was pretty fun to see that when Emilio got it working.
Very nice.
So yeah, this is the Stampede. The Stampede, it was like, well, what do zombies are famous for in games, in media? Well, they just run at you and just like chase you and whatnot, right? So I had this idea of like just making a super powerful dash or Stampede that you just break everything in your way, and you get rid of the obstacles, or just move super fast. So the first thing that you can do is you just can break stuff, right? So break boxes. And then the next thing you could do is, well, if you're moving super fast, you could probably use that momentum to push things and move them as well. So what I did here is, yeah, you can move a little box into a pressure plate, and then those like cure it. I know the color is not pretty. That color is usually like an error for the textures, but that's our cure color. So
Yeah.
just remember that.
Everything is pink. Danger.
Everything's pink
Oh, God.
because it's gonna cure
It's
you.
dangerous, yeah.
It's a
Dangerous, so
sexy big cube.
Big
But-
cure walls.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you try to walk into those pink stuff, you'll just like get reset.
Oh, I did it.
I guess you can do it if you're really good at it. But the idea is to use your dash or your stampede
Yeah.
to get through it.
All right.
That's okay.
Oh my god. I'm a little scared. Okay.
There you go. Nice.
I was nervous for a moment.
Yes.
Then you gotta time this one. Oh, too bad.
Okay.
Coordinate them.
So you have to freeze them as they are open.
Yeah, there you go.
That's cool.
Like
Great
Emilio's been
timing.
kind. Like he has played this demo for a million
He's just
times, and
showing
he just
off.
likes
Yeah,
pretending
I'm just, I just wanted to actually see the prototype, guys.
That's cool. That's cool.
I could do this.
Keep going.
I have done it 300
No,
times.
you're doing a good job. Yeah.
Then what I did was, you can push things, but there's also things that you cannot push, things that you cannot do, right? So if you try to push that cube, you can't. but there's
Yeah.
a yellow thing that is the same color as the cube that you pushed earlier, so you can push that, and it'll turn. And ideally, what you want to do is push it until it pushes the other thing. So it's using two things
Nice.
at once.
Nice.
Your little tool.
And then, if you guys remember the original demo, you have your buddies, your family members. So here we have another button on the bottom left, which is the bite. And well, that over there is a cured family member. So you gotta bite it.
Sexy cube family member.
There you go.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, so now he's following you. Yeah.
Now he's following you, and you gotta push those cubes away so that he doesn't get stuck. And then there's a big 2 there, meaning that you can only destroy those that box with two members. The idea was that once you have more family members, the more powerful your abilities become. So before you could only do like certain things with one family member. With 2, you just like do more. It becomes stronger.
You're stronger, yeah, sure.
Yep.
And you become the real zombie horde. Right?
Yes.
Now you're horde, yeah. Same thing here, right? You need to push it with 2 characters.
Yeah.
But there's a 3 there.
Oh god.
Yeah, there's a 3 there, so you gotta bite the other member so you can get all of them on top of that, and then that makes it go into the other room. And then finally, you get something what Emilia did. This combines all of the elements into each other. So you got pushing objects, destroying objects, and then just a bit of complexity so that you gotta think a bit of how to solve this puzzle.
Should I think on
Okay.
it or should I just
No,
do it?
you know the answer.
You
know
can-
the
you
answer.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you push it.
Okay.
Wait, yeah. I kind of forgot. I'm not going to.
That was the idea.
And there you go.
Okay.
Oh, that I remember watching people doing this, and that took a little
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, this was a little bit more challenging than the previous
Yeah.
ones. But that's the plan, right? Like now you need to think about everything that you already learned, and then see how you can go through this. So yeah, that is a new playground with you dashing through cubes. This is great.
Yeah. And you can destroy those boxes as well.
Fun.
Nice, cool, awesome. Thank you, Victor. Maybe we can
Yeah, no
see the
problem.
last one very quickly.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Okay. Nice.
entertained here.
The last one was the zombie stump. This was made by Dave, one of our developers, and I don't know if you remember in the previous GDC demo, we also have this ability of Stu, having this special ability was stomping into the floor, and then he breaks down into pieces. Just he's a zombie, and then he comes back. So he explored this stomp mechanic, and he did the same. Like
Oh god.
now he can fall down.
Oh no! You
So,
sunk
yeah,
into
yeah.
the floor.
It has-
had one
First
job.
look of the day.
yeah.
It's not cooperating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
worries,
It's
but it's the
fine.
same,
Everything
like-
is fine, guys.
Yeah, was expected. But we did the same. We created like a bunch of rooms where you can interact with this mechanic. You can teleport through the floor as well. That was
Yeah,
not intended,
that's-
basically. It's just a bug, but
Oh god.
yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah,
can go
it's
very
working.
quickly through that. Again, like thinking what type of situations you can do with stomp. Here, if you stomp through the pressure plate, it will do a shockwave where it pushes all the boxes, and then you can,
That looks fun. I like
Yeah, it's
when
fun.
stuff flies out.
It's always fun to destroy stuff and
Yeah,
push stuff.
yeah, it is.
So here, another idea that we have is like maybe you stomp on the floor, and maybe you can break the floor, and then you can go through the level underneath it. So you can do stuff like that, and then moving platform and all that. So I think this was also very interesting test.
Oh god.
Okay, you
Well,
take the
this,
elevator, the zombie elevator, to the next floor.
yeah, I
Yeah.
wish there was some elevator music. This is kind of slow.
Yeah.
In the back.
Yeah.
We should have done that.
It's so funny.
Just an elevator music segment.
Yeah, and I think this section was instead of going through the floor, maybe you again like activate elevators to go to the top. So maybe you need to figure out which one is the right one. And some of those,
Oh, it was not
like
even-
that one, it's got a break.
Oh, it went.
Yeah,
It went without you.
I think
Yeah.
it's gonna
Is it
return
coming back?
eventually.
Can you restart?
Well, he's
I
gonna
think
restart the entire
just
But
thing.
from the
well,
beginning.
You can do it.
Anyways, you
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
coming
yeah.
back.
point.
It's back.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good, good.
Okay, let's
Just
try it
elevator
again. If
music.
not,
and you jump.
It would be hilarious. That would be random. So another one just like
Come
No.
on.
Oh no, oh no,
Yeah.
what happened?
okay, we stuck.
It's going away too.
Yeah.
Is there only one though, or can you
Yeah,
just?
that's the thing. that
Yeah,
you can
that's
only
it.
go through.
The
one.
danger of prototyping. Oh no!
Let
You
me
went
see.
to the
Oh, okay.
floor.
I think it's working.
Okay,
now.
let's try one more time. If not, then
Will says that the elevator is independent.
Come
Yeah,
on.
like
come on, come on,
You're
Get
go.
away.
Oh.
You're
It's
so
like
impatient.
waiting.
Yeah, well, we really test this with some internal people, and then I think the plan was that we score them accordingly to the score criteria and see which one has like more potential. And it was interesting. I think all these exercises were like interesting. We learn a lot, and then we find a lot of cool things. But yeah, thank you for sharing the prototypes, Emilio and Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
these were fun.
Yeah, they were pretty fun. They were also pretty breakable. Since it was like a very fast-paced development. I think we did this like in less than a month, right? But because we had a development cycle of like a couple weeks, and then it was just like fixing bugs for a couple, like 1 or 2 weeks of just like fixing bugs and making like small demos and rooms and whatnot. And I think that really pushed our creativity. It pushed our limits as developers, as creative people. Was something new that I don't want to say we didn't know how to do, but because I really believe that we already knew how to like prototype stuff. But think outside of the box for a minute and not just take what we already had done of like the combat system, the procedural levels, the following companions, family members. So it was just like, what else can we do, right? You can bite, you're a zombie, but what other things can a zombie do? What other things can we achieve? And that's where a lot of creativity came into these demos. We poured our efforts into this, and I think it turned out like a great exploration, a great discovery period, and we learned so much.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of learning, and it was a fun experience, I guess. So, well, also a few weeks ago, while we were doing all this prototypes and testing and stuff, we had the opportunity to go to GDC again, and this time we went like with a different approach because, for obvious reasons, we couldn't do a booth with a demo because it was not worth for us to set up a full demo with just a full booth with just cubes, but this time our approach was for us to do networking, and we knew a lot of great and amazing developers and indie studios, and we do a lot of like networking sessions, and we also personally I wanted to go to some of the talks because previously we couldn't make it because we were always on the booth, and I was very excited to attend to one of a particular talk, which was the only single talk about Nintendo, and it was about how the director of the game and the producer come up with this creative solution of building a game that can be breakable, and basically how they create all this voxel environment that you can punch and break. So this was the line before entering the talk. It was like I had to wait 1 hour before getting into the room, but I'm glad that I did that because that talk was like a game changer for me. So what I love from this talk is that the way that these guys approach how to come up with a strong concept to a final game that revolves around a simple mechanic or single mechanic was something that we were like trying to discover on our side, right? And if you have played Donkey Kong Bonanza, the concept was destroy everything. You play as Donkey Kong, you have huge fists and superpower, and then the world is breakable. So basically, the game is always motivating you to punch everywhere. Like you can punch the walls, and you can get a chunk of rock, and then you can throw the chunk of rock, and then you can break more stuff, and you can even destroy some NPCs. You can break the enemies in pieces. So you can do everything revolving around the mechanic of punching and destroying things. So after GDC, I came back and I have a great meeting with the team where we discuss the state of the prototypes that we explore. And even though it was like a very fun experiment and we learned a lot and all that, there was a little bit of confusion also on the team. Because we were exploring like different routes, and every mechanic was leading to a different type of game. So as you can see, some of these games were like more like puzzle games. So we removed all the combat thing. We didn't experiment a lot with mechanics with destroying enemies or fighting with enemies and stuff like that. So the overall feeling that we have as a team was like it was a bit confusing because we didn't have like clear vision. And that's why I try like to come up with all this knowledge from GDC and pitch an idea to the rest of the team. And my pitch was like, how can we bring this concept or this path for the guys that Nintendo created from coming from the concept to the entire game, and how can we bring it to Stadia? So I think it was kind of obvious because it clicked immediately to me that how can we turn the destroy everything concept to bite everything concept. So, we already did a very great exercise in the past. I think we already shared in some of these streams where we spent like 9 hours discussing about how can we come up with multiple interactions with the byte, and then how can we create like, a lot of fun interactions with it. And after testing these prototypes and seeing the people's reaction, we all as a team agreed and realized that the byte was still stronger than any of these new prototypes. Every time that we discuss something about the byte, we always got a lot of fun, and then we come up with very creative solutions and ideas. And for some reason, it feels very natural to the theme of the game. And the byte is the most something thing that you can do. And the cool thing is that how can we take what we learn from these prototypes and bring it to the byte mechanic? So the plan for the following months or weeks is gonna be reunite, and all the development efforts are going to be focused on building the game around the byte. And the cool thing is that some of these prototypes that we create, like throwing the head and stampede and stomp, can be turned into biteable actions. So again, like we're not like scrapping all the work that we did for the past couple of months. It's like, okay, how can we bring that into the new vision of the game, which is now everything is going to be revolving around the byte. So this is very exciting, and I know it's it's been a bumpy journey, and we've been doing a lot of explorations and taking some time to really test new things or learn new things. But at the end of the day, the goal is that we create like a good game or a great game. No, we just don't want to do like a crappy game. So I want to close this session by saying like game dev is hard, and this is a thing that Kynan always tells us. In every meeting, he tells us that game development is extremely hard. It has always been hard, and it's always gonna be hard. It's not getting easier, and it's such a difficult task to come up with all of these different art forms like development and logic and coding and character design and storytelling and animations and musics, all of that. You need to put all together to create an experience for the player to enjoy. So most of the people thinks outside the game development world that the development process looks like this. Like you have an idea, and then you have your ups and downs, you experiment, and then you change your path, whatever. But to be honest, it looks more like this. It's just a full mess. Sometimes you're lost, you don't know what to do. You try new things, and then you go back to what you previously had because it was like very strong. I think we're here, or to be honest, I don't know where we are, but it feels like this.
Somewhere in this labyrinth, like
yeah.
There's been progress, but who knows?
Exactly. The good thing is that we're doing progress, and the most important thing is that we're learning how to do it properly, and with the help of Kynan, of course, is leading us to build a better game. That's why we're taking all of these new risks and approaches, and yeah. But yeah, it's very exciting, and I just want to really thank the team. I know that we've been like struggling a lot with this game. It has been a bumpy journey, but I'm super grateful and I'm super honored to be part of this beautiful team, the Animagic team, the development team, and now Kynan, as part of the team, he's been helping us. Like every meeting that we have with him is like a mind changer. And the cool thing about this is that we're seeking for making a better game and a great game that everybody can enjoy and play, and hopefully will be a success. But we'll see how it goes. So next month we will see a little bit of this bite mechanic more in depth. We will try to come up with a solid prototype where we can really test and validate the bite mechanic first before adding all this fun stuff of animations and stuff. But yeah, we're all excited in the team. I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, Victor, but every time that we talk about the bite, it's just fun. We come up with a million ideas, and it's just like great. We all want to see all this being implemented and tested and all that. So yeah, that was a quick summary of what happened the past couple of months.
Nice. That was really cool. Really cool to see all the work you've been doing.
Yep.
I don't know if the chat has any questions, any comments, anything you gotta say. Will says, "Lokin, you all got this." That's right, you all got this. We'll be seeing a lot of more stuff. Feitosa says, "Thanks for all the info, guys." So
thank you.
Yeah, that was very informative. I'm looking forward to what you do with the bite. I think as well that it is a very fun mechanic and has a lot of potential. So let's see. We will have to wait and see what you guys come up with. Moncho says, "It has been a great update, guys. Looking forward to see what this game will become."
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you, Moncho.
A lot of work. We can look forward to a lot of work.
Yeah, we are already cooking. Like the developers are already like planning this new mechanics for the bite, and we're testing a few things. And every time that they share like some progress, is like just fun. it's gonna be amazing. So hopefully it also sparks some joy to all the viewers.
Yeah. Did you have fun, guys, in the chat? I think they did. Martin says great experimentation. Yeah, I think it's a privilege to see like this behind the scenes in such detail, because usually when a game is announced, you just see it and then you play it, right? Like it's already done. There's nothing else to say about it, right? But in this, you can see the path and you can see like what's going on, like how many
paths you have to take and how many decisions you have to make in order to get to the actual game. And as you say, like, game dev is hard,
Yeah.
so let's be patient.
Yeah.
What Kynan tells us all the time: game dev is hard. If it was easy, then everybody would do it and everybody would succeed. And we know that's not necessarily the case. Like right now, there's a lot of great games coming out from indie developers, more so than before. I think it's a revolution for the AAA space where indie devs now can put out very high quality games, and that's all that we are trying to do. We're just trying to get the best thing that we can make and have fun with it, and so for people to have fun with it as well.
Yeah, I think Emilio told me this the other day. Like, we're trying to make a fun game. We should have fun making the game. So that's the most important part, and we're really enjoying, even though we're struggling, and it's not easy to make these decisions and going back to square one and remove all the fun part of building things with cubes again. But you can correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But I think we've been learning a lot, and that's the whole point of this. And also, us sharing this with the rest of the people is also very humble from us, because we want to be transparent, and we want to be we don't want to show you only the successful and wins. We also want to share the failures and also the learning curve that we're having. So hopefully it helps anyone else to their journey, right? To their own journey. I know that some of the viewers, they're also the indie developers that are trying to do the same thing as us, and hopefully with all of this sharing, we can end up having like a better community, and at the end of the day, we want better games, right? We want to play good games, so that's the whole point.
Definitely.
Cool.
There was just one quick idea that came up to the chat. I wanted to bring it up.
Should
Here we have it. It's tweets. They say it would be so fire if there was like a hole in the wall you could bite and get secret areas or some.
Yep.
Okay.
That's already on our hypothesis list. Like we can bite anything. Like again, like we also everyone that is listening to this, feel free to share any ideas. But we already thought about, like, maybe you can bite some bushes, and then you can get through it, and then you can find a secret there. We can do a lot of things. That's the fun part about consolidating in one single mechanic, because we don't have to overthink things, and then the more that we add to the bite, the more depth that we are going to add to the game, and at the same time the game is going to be more engaging. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully next month we will share some of these ideas now implemented into these prototypes.
They're telling us I'm getting a big promotion with this one.
You're now expert biter.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
thank you.
Awesome. This has been so cool. So thank you all for sharing this with us. I'm looking forward to the next Deadly update. I don't know if you have anything else you want to say, like maybe invite people to wishlist the game on Steam.
Yeah, that would be nice. Bite the like button and bite the subscribe button and bite
and press that like button and follow us on Discord and on YouTube and on all our socials, please. And thank you so much all for being here. It's great to hear your opinions. It's great also to see that you are excited as we are excited for the game. So thank you so much all for coming. And thank you guys for sharing this. This was amazing. I love it.
Yep. Thanks to all. Was great. See you next month.
Thank you.
See you next
Bye-bye.
month, guys.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.